All right. How's the weather treating you up there? You picked up a little bit more light snow this morning in Vermont. Are you expecting good conditions, good turnout today?
Yes, it's been beautiful this weekend. We had a big snowstorm on Friday and perfect, beautiful wind yesterday. Picked up another 2 inches, 1 to 2 inches last night, and we're hoping that the wind cooperates today.
All right. We did have a little bit of a mild stretch there. Last weekend, we were talking about an event that was canceled in Vermont because of the warm weather. Did you freeze up to your more of a safe point for this event?
We did. We had 2 feet of snow. It turned to slush. And then after that thaw last week, the slush all froze and really added to the overall amount of ice pack that we have. Add 6 inches of snow, and we have great snow kiting.
All right. Rachel Miller with Kite Storm 2011. Thanks for the update. We hope you have a great time there in the hills of Vermont. Jen, that sounds like a pretty adventurous thing. I have not done the kite waterboarding before, but maybe you've been a little bit more adventurous?
No, I've not done either. It looks like fun. I think I have to wear some knee pads, I think, and wrist guards too. But let's take you into what's happening. We go into the next several days. We are concerned about the weather with severe weather in the forecast. It's going to start overnight tonight, and tomorrow will be ongoing in the morning, continuing through the day. Thunderstorms expected that could turn severe all the way to D.C., maybe even Philadelphia, and down into the south as well. Hail, damaging winds, also the threat for tornadoes as well. Northwest system, this is another chilly one, and we're going to see snow back into the forecast around Seattle. That's going to stay with us for a couple of days. The East Coast is going to clear out, though, for the most part. We'll have a couple of thunderstorms left on Tuesday into Florida, South Florida. Wednesday, you'll get that there. And, of course, a lot of spring training games going on this week. You'll have to watch out for those afternoon scattered storms. Next system at Northwest and also into the Midwest. Northwest one is a bigger deal. The Midwest is sort of a light one here. Chicago, by the way, your snowiest February on record. You got enough snow yesterday to do that. We're in March at this point, and we're going to be watching for this system to be heading east. Thunderstorms popping on Friday. By Saturday, actually, we could be looking at another round of severe weather here into the southeast. So it gets active again next weekend in the eastern half of the country. The temperature side of the story is record heat possible for you today. Again tomorrow, out ahead of our storms. Then there'll be some chillier air coming in across the Midwest. The rest of the south, though, is going to stay either at average or above average for the next week. This cold air just doesn't get south, which is good if you like spring. Back to you, Eric.
All right, we can keep it right here for continuing coverage of tonight and tomorrow's severe weather threat. Remember, you can sign up now for free text alerts. Text TWC Breaking to 44636. And was this really a wedding nightmare? Maybe not. We're going to talk live to this couple straight ahead.
Do you have something for pain? Oh, Bayer aspirin. I'm not having a heart attack. It's my back.
It works great for pain.
Nothing's proven to relieve pain better than extra strength Bayer aspirin. It rushes relief to the site of pain.
Feel better?
Yeah, thanks for the tip.
So what do you think? 30 days, max.
We'll see about that.
Glade Lasting Impressions. 2 complimentary fragrances alternate to keep things fresh, and not just for 30 days. Our longest lasting plug-ins air freshener lasts for 60.
Well, that lasted longer than I thought.
I knew it would.
Get freshness that won't fade away for 60 days with plug-ins Lasting Impressions. Now Glade Scented Oil fits Airwick warmers too, so you can choose your favorite Glade fragrances.
SC Johnson, a family company.
Much that's taken for granted in a modern vacuum, like see-through bins, were pioneered by Dyson. But behind that bin lay something even more radical: root cyclone technology. Here, dirt and dust are hurled from the airflow by forces in excess of 136,000 Gs. And it's for this reason that Dyson cyclones capture more dirt than any other.
25 minutes past the hour. I want to talk a little bit about your 60-second forecast here. We start in the northeast where most of your snow, eastern New England, it's going to be during the morning hours. Then it heads out to sea. It'll be chilly, 36 in Boston, 49 though in New York City, and 56 in Philly, D.C., all the way up to 61. So some milder air starting to sneak up, and it'll be warmer yet when you head into the day tomorrow. Nice and warm across the south. This is a good and bad thing. Good if you like the warm temperatures. Bad for agriculture because it's kind of cooling the plants. This temperature is well above average. 82 in Jacksonville, 77 in Atlanta, Charleston, all the way up to 80 degrees. It's almost beach weather, really. We're talking about the severe weather threat here. It starts in Kansas, moving over toward Missouri and working into central Illinois this afternoon. Tonight, it's more toward western Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, some of the same areas that saw it during the last outbreak last week. Across the west, we do have some snow in Tucson, rain showers in Phoenix. That will be scooting off toward the east, 43 in Reno. Oscars forecast, red carpet, though, 50s and sunny. Jen, over to you.
Well, Ken, on the Weather Channel, when there's severe weather, we are watching a system that could bring damaging winds, tornadoes, and flooding to the south. Stay right here as we track the areas with the most severe threats. It's bad timing. It's coming in the overnight. You want to keep it here to the Weather Channel for the latest.
When you build the world's fastest production sedan, you consider everything. Like at 190 miles per hour, even a simple raindrop becomes a powerful force. The Cadillac CTS-V. Every detail built for speed and performance, right down to the windshield wipers. We don't just make luxury cars. We make Cadillacs.
Glamming it up. It's all part of my job. With Olay Clean, Beautiful Skin, that's my cleanser's job. Challenge what's possible with Olay Dual Action Cleanser. It cleans deep down to the pore, rejuvenating your complexion for skin that's fresh and naturally beautiful, even without makeup. Well, maybe just a little. Facial Cleansers by Olay. Challenge what's possible.
Get real about what you put in your coffee. La Creme, 100% real dairy in 4 amazing all-natural flavors. Get real. Get La Creme.
Great stories, great shows. The Weather Channel, primed for excitement. And now, your local on the 8s.
We heard a boom. I heard a great big old noise, bang. It sounded like a train was coming through the house.
I was crying and it really scared me.
Just a mess.
Wild week. We're going to see more of those pictures as we end out the weekend. You can batten down the hatches. Make sure you have a plan in place. Another severe weather threat on the way, Jen.
And we're extremely concerned about this next outbreak because the worst of the weather will happen during the overnight hours from Sunday into Monday, and when people are sleeping and you may not be able to get your alerts, or we want to help you. Make sure you know how to get them. So planning really is your best defense for dangerous weather. It's what you do before storms that can make the difference between life and death. Let's show you on weather.com some of the articles you can get to. One takes you to 9 severe weather events you should know about and plan for. Be prepared for spring and severe weather. It'll take you into some safety tips with our weather ready plan, and we'll bring you some of them right here. You should remove dead or rotting trees that could fall on your property if they were struck by lightning. You also should move inside your house or garage anything that could become flying debris. Unplug any appliances or electronic equipment and inventory all valuables in the home with pictures or with video. And you also want to make sure that you have all the papers stored where you need to. Place important documents in a safe box, know your insurance policy, and examine your homeowner's insurance and coverage. And of course, we're tracking all the different aspects of this storm. It's starting on the west coast, and Eric's got a look at the current conditions from coast to coast.
Now, we do have some active weather this morning. I want to take you into Chicago right now. 29 degrees. You can see a little bit of mist in the air and some sunshine peeking through the clouds as well. Today starts off quiet, but as we head into the late afternoon and evening hours, that's when we bring in your chance of thunderstorms, some locally heavy rain as we head into the overnight. You can take a peek at what we're tracking this morning on our live action radar. It is quiet around the Windy City. A little bit of light snow and a few icy spots here as we work along I-75. No major threats there, and it's generally light snow that kind of sticks to the trees here across New England. It's a nice scene to wake up to. It's not going to cause major travel issues. You might not want to see any more snow, and it is dissipating as we head into the late morning. Most of that snow is going to be waning, and we'll bring in a little bit of sunshine. This is an area we're going to be looking at scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout much of the day today from Memphis over toward Nashville. It won't be severe to start. You can notice some lightning strikes, which can be dangerous, but the severe weather arrives as we head into this evening and the overnight hours, and it will move quickly. Out across the southwest, we have some snow falling in Tucson right now. PGA Tour event. The weather has been horrific for that one with the wind and the cold temperatures. Vegas picking up some light rain showers and some snow in the higher terrain. We've also got snow moving back in the Pacific Northwest where the temperatures remain below average. Avalanche warnings up as well. So if you're skiing in the back country, be very careful. Jen, over to you.
Well, let's talk about this next severe weather threat that we have. It is going to continue to affect us here in some of the same areas that were just hit a few weeks ago. So here's the setup. We have our front stretched right across the region. This dry line, I've talked about this. This actually separates really moist air from really dry air. When you have that difference in types of air, the dry air is going to end up sort of helping to push up the warmer, moisture air. And you can tell that moisture by the dew points. When dew points get into the 60s, you feel the humidity. That kind of air can lead to thunderstorms. Also, when they get into the 70s, it's very humid, and we could get to that point for the first time this spring, actually, watching the real moisture spread here across parts of Arkansas, into Tennessee, Mississippi, all going to see the moisture increase. Now, I say the dew points often point to where we're going to get thunderstorms, and look at this. This is 5 o'clock in the morning. So this is overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, all the way up into Indiana and Ohio. Thunderstorms, I think, are a possibility, and severe weather, too. So let's show you where. Right now, we're looking at along the front that today, during the day, we're going to see the chance for some thunderstorms popping up along the warm front in Missouri and down into parts of Arkansas. Now, the reason why the storms aren't going to be real severe until later on tonight is because the air is capped. What is a cap? Well, our Dr. Greg Forbes explains what that is.
When we're talking about the possibility of severe thunderstorms, you often hear us talk about a cap. Let me show you what that is. A cap is a warm layer aloft. It's important because it can inhibit thunderstorm formation. Thunderstorms are like hot air balloons. They only will form and rise if they're warmer than the air that they're going into. So that cap often inhibits them. But upper air disturbances can lift off that cap or bring in colder air aloft to remove the warm air. And that allows the thunderstorms then to often develop explosively. So we can go from clear skies to severe thunderstorms within a half hour when that cap breaks. Back to you.
All right, thanks for that, Dr. Forbes. Let's go to Eric for more on our TourCon for today.
That's right. So we are talking about the potential for tornadoes. And even if you don't see a tornado, keep in mind, straight line wind damage can be just as dangerous, just as strong, and create a threatening situation. We are expecting that during the overnight hours. During the day today, as you head towards southeastern South Dakota, Nebraska, you get towards Kansas City, a 3 out of 10 chance of a tornado within 50 miles of your home. But tonight is when we really start to see these storms beginning to spin up. You can see the area in red. It is very similar to the same spot we saw the severe weather last Thursday. Northwest Arkansas gets a 6 out of 10 chance. That is pretty high on the scale, folks. And again, there'll be straight line wind gusts as well. Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky border here, that area where it's all concentrated, a 5 out of 10 chance on our TourCon. So be extra careful tonight. Pay attention to the Weather Channel. Have that weather radio next to your bed as well. Jen, over to you.
Severe weather right around the corner has the potential to strike later today. We'll detail the risk areas and tell you who should be on the lookout for flooding. And coming up next, a story you don't want to miss. A couple struck by a series of unfortunate incidents at their beachside wedding. How weather played a role in the hilarious event.
This program was brought to you by the makers of Centrum, complete from A to Zinc.
When the food we eat has nutritional gaps, so do we. But with more key nutrients than one-a-day essential, Centrum fills those gaps better. Centrum, complete from A to Zinc.
Looks like
like it's time to stock up. So save big at the PetSmart Stock Up and Save sale. Save $5 on Purina One dog food and save $4 on Beneful dog food at PetSmart.
Shop PetSmart or PetSmart.com